I thought about doing this for a long time. And when I imagined doing it, I imagined doing it by myself. And I think that's for a couple reasons. I mean, when I first started making music, I did it alone. I was always kind of squirreled away in my room. And I would be there for hours and hours and hours. I think there's a sort of humility that can breathe when you're alone. I mean, you can try different things and you can record something that sounds bad and nobody really has to be bothered by any of it. And I always felt like that was a really nice way to learn. And then the other thing is that the last year has really been characterized by this kind of solitary humility. That's because I live alone in this little house in a little town, and I have a lot of time to think and reflect, and that is very important to me. So when I thought about doing this, I thought about doing it alone, and then I quickly realized that I actually didn't want to do it alone, and I wanted to do it with everybody. So I called everybody, and everybody came. And I am so grateful. I'm grateful because it ended up being so much about people. And that makes sense because I love people. I love them. And all of these people brought with them something important that I certainly couldn't have done by myself, and that I learned from, and that I watched kind of unfold, and it's just absolutely how I wanted to do this, it turns out. And if it's so much about people, it's also so much about places. The places I met these people, the places they traveled from, the places I traveled to and from. I can remember very early mornings traveling very long distances from where I was back to the recording studio, and all those places are in this. I think I assumed that all of this work would happen in the recording studio, and obviously a lot of it did, but I really believe that most of it happened outside. I mean, I spent so much time thinking about this music and imagining what it would feel like and how it would sound. And I mean, it sounds kind of silly, but I don't know that anything is really finished. And it's hard with music because, I mean, it has to be kind of finished. But I'm just hopeful that this can continue to change, and the way I think about it can continue to change, and what it means to me will continue to change. And I'm just very grateful that this happened. I mean, it so easily could have not happened. And I mean, I guess you could say that for anything, but it just feels really important that it did happen in the way that it happened, in the time that it happened. And I mean, what more could you want out of an experience than to feel like it happened in the right way at the right moment, and that all your friends were there to see it happen and make it happen? And I mean, that's the best. That's the best.